Hi there, welcome to your practice. My name is Fernanda, in case we don't know each other. Thank you so much for being here. And in today's flow, I prepared a very fun flow for us that will take us towards Garudasana or eagle pose. So we'll be working quite a bit around the hips, around the shoulders, and I really hope you enjoyed this practice to wrap up your ear in the best way possible. So let's begin lying down in shavasana. So come to lie down on your back. You can take whatever distance in between your feet and your hands and body that you would like. And we'll begin with 3 rounds of breath in here. So take a deep breath in. Exhale out the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. Last breath in. Out through the mouth. And then I invite you to bring one hand to the belly, one hand to the heart. Really intentioning, celebrating you, your body, your mind, your feelings and emotions as we move through this flow today. The next time you inhale, reach the arms up and overhead, take a full body stretch. You can zip the legs together if they were further apart. Think about getting really long from toes to fingers, fingers to toes. Full breath in. When you exhale, hug both knees into your chest. You can wrap up your arms around your legs if it's accessible today, or just keep the hands on the shins. But then start to find a little sway side to side. Really savoring sensation, savoring the breath. And then just pause in the center. If you were swaying, we're going for a supine eagle pose. So cross your right knee over your left, right arm underneath your left. You can either hold opposite shoulders in here or fully eagle wrap your hands. You choose. But then lift your elbows up towards the sky. Bring your left toes to gently touch on the mat. Take a full breath in here. When you exhale, float your head and shoulders, tap elbow to knee and squeeze. Inhale, reopen. Exhale to squeeze. Last full breath in. And breath out. Inhale, start pose on your back. Let the legs go wide, arms go wide. Take up a lot of space. And then eagle on the other side. So now left leg crosses over your right, left arm underneath your right. Elbows point up, right toes touch down. Full breath in. Exhale, crunch and squeeze. Inhale, get long. And squeeze. Last round like that. Big breath in. Exhale. Good. Inhale, start pose. Release. Go wide with legs and arms. And then hug the knees into your chest. Hands are going to come behind your legs. Rock and roll back and forth 3 times. Just like that. And after your third rock, come into a downward facing dog. You can just cross your shins, maybe take a big step with your feet behind you, plant your hands down on the mat. Inhale deeply. Exhale. You can feel free to pedal the legs a little bit as you bend one knee at a time. But if it feels good to stay in stillness, please stay. Take a big breath in. And a big breath out. Come to stillness in down dog, Adho Mukha, and we're going to start to build up our warm-up flow. So the next time you inhale, please step your right foot on the outside of your right hand. Toes are pointing out, heels are in. Followed by your left foot, left toes out, left heel in. When you inhale, bring your arms in front of you. This shape is called an active squat. So you're still like really opening through the hips, through your knees. Arms are way in front of you, but your shoulders are still plugging back and down. So find that sense of stability on the front, on the back body. Really pushing down through the outer blades of your feet. Last breath in. Breath out. When you inhale, extend your legs fully. Arms go all the way up. When you exhale, rebend your knees, plant your hands down, walk your feet back for your plank pose. Take a breath in. When you exhale, knees down or not, Chaturanga Dandasana, bend the elbows and lower. Inhale, little baby cobra, lift your chest and head. When you exhale, downward facing dog. Breath in and out. When you inhale again, step your left foot on the outside of your left hand. followed by your right. Active squat, lift, rise, hands go in front of you. Imagine that your sitting bones are dragging yourself. So you feel like your tailbone is not pointing out, instead it's kind of pointing down. Keep broadening through the collarbones, shoulders are back and down. Take a big breath in, big breath out. Inhale, come up to stand, arms up. Exhale, rebend your knees, plant your hands down, plank pose, step your feet back. There, you take a breath in. When you exhale, chaturanga dandasana, slowly lower. Inhale, back bend, little baby cobra or upward facing dog. When you breathe out, downward facing dog. Breath in and out. We're gonna do 2 more rounds of this flow. And you can choose to step your feet, or maybe you hop both feet together forward, okay? So here we go. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, feet to the top of the mat. When you take a breath in, active squat. Arms go forward, rise. Take your time. Feel the navel hugging into your spine, strong core. Open chest, shoulders back. Last breath in. Out. Come up to stand, inhale. Exhale, rebend your knees, plant your hands, walk or step back, plank, inhale. When you breathe out, chaturanga, slowly lower. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha, hips go up with you when you lift up. And then exhale, downward dog, hips back and up. Breath in and out. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk or hop. Outsides of your hands, active squat, rise. Last time in this shape, I promise. Take a full breath in. Breath out. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, rebend your knees. Plant your hands, step back. Vinyasa, lower. Take a breath in for back bend. Breath out, child's pose. Send your hips towards your heels. Stretch the arms to the front of the mat. Forehead down. Take 5 rounds of breath in here. Remember that yoga, it is for sure a physical practice, right? It's going to get us stronger, it's going to get us more flexible, but it's also a mental practice and a spiritual practice. And what makes us really go into these other 2 levels of the yoga is being present with it. Becoming aware of what's going on in your mind as you move through the shapes, what's going on in your heart and your feelings, becoming aware of them, in touch with them. So use this final breath in here to notice how you feel. Like, what are you noticing within? And celebrate it all. It's all part of the process. And then start to make your way back to your downward facing dog. We're done with the warm-up. We're coming into the flow. So please inhale, reach your right leg all the way up to the sky. Exhale, step your foot through in between your hands and then lower your back knee down. Inhale, both hands go all the way up to the sky, Anjaneyasana, and stay here for a full breath. You can start to tuck your back toes under, if it's not there already. And then take your last inhale here. When you exhale, keep the legs, but just lower the arms alongside your body down. When you inhale again, arms go up, back knee comes up with you, crescent lunge. Exhale to stay. When you inhale, open your whole body to star pose, facing your left side. Feet is parallel, so your toes are gonna come slightly in, heels slightly out. Arms up and overhead, spread your fingers nice and wide. Again, I ask you, what are you celebrating about this past 12 months? What were the things that you accomplished within yourself, that you lived in your life, inside yourself, outside yourself, that you feel very proud of you? Celebrate that. Take a full breath in. Breath out. Good. The next time when you inhale, warrior 2 to the back of the mat. So bend your left knee, turn your left toes there. Spread the arms apart. And then from here, side angle pose. You can bring your left elbow to your thigh, right hand all the way up and overhead, or just straight towards the ceiling. And I just noticed I have a block here. If you happen to have a block in your home and you want to use it, you can put it underneath your hand in here instead of having elbow to thigh. But whatever you choose, take one more full breath in here. Getting really long through the right side body. Good. When you exhale, we're going to crouching tiger to the back of the mat. So you're going to extend your left leg, pivot your right toes to the right, bend your right knee, flex your left toes, pointing them up. Wing your arms. Let the arms go wide. And I want you to send your hips back, crown of the head away from it. Take a full breath. And then we're going to flow in between these 2 shapes. So plant your left toes, bend your knees, side angle, right hand up and over. Back toes are pivoting in for side angle, okay? So be aware of that. And then pivot your right toes out, bend your right knee, wing your arms, crouching tiger. One more just like that, forward and backwards. When you go back forward to your side angle, you're gonna pause there. Take a breath in. When you exhale, twisted runner's lunge. Right hand down, spike your back heel up, left arm up. From here, plank pose. Left hand comes down, step back, take a full breath in. Chaturanga Dandasana, lower down, breathe out. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, down dog or child's pose. Trying to modulate your breath so it's a little bit slower than you wish. Sometimes our tendency when we start to move fast is to breathe faster, to breathe shorter, right? But the more connected to the breath we can be, the more we can be aware and able to let the breath be longer and calmer, the more our nervous system is going to thank us, the more resilience we're building into our minds. So can you elongate your breath in, elongate your breath out? And then from here, left side, here we go. Downward facing dog is where we start. And then take a breath in, lift your left leg all the way up to the sky. When you exhale, step your foot through, lower your back knee down. Inhale, arms up. When you exhale, tuck your toes. Take a full breath in. When you exhale, keep the legs, arms come down alongside your body. When you inhale, back knee up, arms up, crescent lunge. Exhale to land. Inhale, Tadasana, start pose, facing the right side. Right side? Yeah, I think. Okay, get wide, get long, one more time. Even though you're spreading really wide through the fingers and pushing down through your feet, can you feel a sense of containment right here into the center, into your core? Feel that strength. Last breath in. When you breathe out, warrior two to the right. So bend your right knee, pivot your right toes there, spread the arms apart. Shoulders are nice and relaxed. And then side angle pose, either with your block on the inside of the foot or just bring elbow to thigh. Left hand just straight up to the sky or up and overhead. And see if you can think about scooping your right hip a little bit more under you and up to the sky. Take one more breath. Good, here we go. Crouching tiger to the back. So bend your left knee, pivot your left toes there. Remember, hinge your hips back, crown of the head away from it. You wing your arms out and wide. Flex your right toes. And then we're gonna flow. From side angle, pivot your toes, modulating them around. And then into that crouching tiger to the left. One more to the front, to the back. Celebrating your body, all you can and you can't do. Side angle again. Land in here, take a full breath in. When you exhale, twisted runner's lunge. Left hand down, spike your back heel up, right hand up. When you exhale, plank pose. Right hand down, step your right foot back. And then find your flow back to downward facing dog or child's pose. Again, you're going to have 5 rounds of breath. And we are our own best teachers. You are the only person that knows what your body's asking you. If your body's asking you for more during these 5 breaths, feel free to go and maybe do another chaturanga. If you want to hop onto a handstand, feel free to. But if your body's asking for rest, if it's asking for child's pose, if it's asking for water, listen to it. That's how we trust ourselves more and are able to really keep going in our lives fully connected with who we are, with what we need. And it's just good stuff. So take one more breath, wherever you want to be. And then we're going to meet back in downward facing dog. We're going to change up the flow a little bit. So from down dog, please inhale, reach your right leg up to the sky. When you exhale, step the hand on the outside of your right hand. Step the foot on the outside of the hand, lower the back knee. And then inhale, reach your right hand all the way up to the sky. Little twist in this very wide lizard lunge. Keep bringing your left shoulder back, right shoulder back, back of your throat back. Take your last inhale. When you exhale, twisted monkey lunge. So bend your back knee, click your heel a little bit closer to the glute, and really extend your right hand back. It doesn't matter if you cannot hold your foot, that's totally fine. Can you though still keep clicking in at the best of your ability and reaching the hand there. Flip your palm out, so you open your right shoulder. Last breath. Good, and then from here, release the foot if you had it. This is gonna become a half moon. So right hand is gonna come to the block or the mat right in front of your right foot. You're gonna lift your back leg up, peel and open your whole body to your left side. Get really long in all directions in here. Take up space through your hands, through your feet. Crown of the head is reaching away from your feet, so you have a pretty long neck in here. One more breath. Good, and then we're gonna land in a warrior two. Plant your toes there, spread the arms apart. Full breath in. Breath out, bring your hands onto your hips, spike your back heel up, and take a big step forward. Mountain pose, Tadasana. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. When you exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, walk or step back, either moving through a vinyasa flow to down dog or just going straight to down dog or child's pose again. 5 rounds of breath. Enjoy your final breath in and out wherever you are. And then from here, just start to make your way back to your downward facing dog again. So from downward dog, take a deep breath in, reach your left leg all the way up to the sky. When you exhale, step the foot on the outside of your left hand, lower the back knee. Inhale, reach your left arm all the way up. Find a twist in this lizard lunge. Again, shoulders are away from your ears. You have a pretty open chest, open heart, honoring yourself and everything you've done this past year. One more breath. And then twisted monkey lunge. Start to click the heel in. Remember, even if you cannot hold the foot, you're flipping the palm out, so you open the left shoulder up. But if you're holding onto the foot, can you flex your toes? Keep clicking the heel in as close as you can. Open heart. One more breath. Beautiful. Slowly release the foot back. Pivot your left toes to the front. We're going to open in a half moon. Maybe block comes underneath your left hand. Lift your right leg up. Find your balance. And peel the body open to the right. Remember that relaxed muscles, they feel heavier than they can be. So the more you're able to activate your muscles in here, especially on this right leg, the lighter the leg will feel. And how do you do that? By flexing your right toes. So really flex them. Imagine that you're kicking your heel on whatever it is behind you. Take one more breath. And then just land in a warrior two, nice and slowly. Good. As soon as you land there, you can bring the hands onto your hips. You're going to spike your back heel as you turn your hips to the front of the mat. Take a breath in. When you exhale, step forward, Tadasana, mountain pose. Readjust your feet. Take a breath in, reach both hands up. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, walk or step back, plank pose, vinyasa, lower down, back bend as you breathe in. Child's pose, this time with your toes tucked. And as soon as you tuck your toes, you just take one more breath. And then start to crawl the hands towards your knees. We're coming into a hero pose, so sitting on your heels with your toes tucked. Our final little flow before our big shape of today, Garudasana, eagle pose. So here we go. Take a breath in, widen your arms out to the side. When you exhale, right arm underneath your left. You can fully connect your palms or just keep holding on the elbows. But then when you inhale, lift your elbows up, gaze up. When you exhale, round your spine, elbows down, gaze down. Inhale, elbows come up, your hips come all the way up with you. When you exhale, hips go back, wing your arms, let them go wide and little bow forward. When you inhale, arms up. You're going to take a big step with your right foot to the top of the mat, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. And then from here, just plant your hands to frame your front foot. Right leg is going to go all the way up to the sky, one-legged dog. Three-legged dog, lift it up. Good. From here, start to crawl your hands all the way back towards your left foot. And then right away, once you reach the back of the mat, one-legged mountain pose. Your right knee is going to start to come into your chest as you come up to stand. Arms can go all the way up to the sky. And then find your eagle legs. Big cross of the right knee over your left. Right arm underneath your left. Inhale here. Lift your elbows up. When you exhale, tap elbow to knee. 2 more like that. Inhale. Exhale to tap. Final round. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale, release and unravel. Right foot down, arms down. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down a few times. And then please inhale, reach the hands up. Come onto the tippy toes. So float your heels. Hands can stay up, they can come to your hips, but we're gonna slowly descend into a toes squat. So start to bend your knees, embrace the wobbles, slowly start to make your way down. Again, if you have your block, you wanna grab it for support. If you have a wall, feel free to use it, you know. It's not against the rules. All right, once you find your toe squat, land it, and then slowly you're gonna drop your knees forward on the mat. Left side, here we go. Inhale, wing your arms nice and wide. When you exhale, eagle arms, left arm underneath. Adjust. Inhale, elbows up, gaze up. Exhale, elbows down, gaze down. Inhale, elbows up, hips up, lift to kneeling. When you exhale, little bow forward, wing your arms, hips hinge back. Inhale, arms forward. Take a big step with your left foot to the top of the mat. Anjaneya, low lunge. As soon as you land, plant the hands down. Three-legged dog. Left leg goes all the way up. Right away, start to crawl the hands back towards your foot. And then once you get there, one-legged mountain pose. Left knee is going to rise all the way up. Rise up. Arms can go up. And then just cross. Left knee over. Left arm underneath your right. Find your eagle. Stay in stillness, or you can play around with the tap. Every time you exhale, it's when you tap. But whatever version you choose, maintaining your sense of presence, your sense of focus, still celebrating all the good stuff that's going on in your body, all the struggle that's going on in your body. It's all part of the journey. Take one more breath. With the next inhale, come up to stand and release. Left foot down, arms down. Roll your shoulders up and back. And then take an inhale, reach the arms all the way up. When you exhale, bring the hands in front of your heart. And in here, we're going to do 3 rounds of lion's breath. Even though we don't know 100%, right, what's going to happen in 2026. Like, we have no idea. Still, it doesn't matter how this past year was either. You made it. You made it until here. You made it with the struggles. You made it with everything that you did so good. And we're going to keep going like that. So lion's breath, I wanted to come in this class as a representation that we're not afraid. You know, we're not afraid of whatever it is that's to come, because we know ourselves, we trust our support system, the practices like the yoga practice, right, that supports us, and we're going to keep flying. So 3 rounds of lion's breath, and make it like scary. If you even have a mirror in your home that you want to look yourself in the eyes, even better. But here we go. Take a deep breath in, reach the arms up. When you exhale, cactus and lion's breath through the mouth. Inhale. Last one, breathe in. Inhale, arms up. When you exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. From here, just crawl the hands to the top of the mat or your feet back, come into a downward facing dog. And then we're going to come to lie down on our backs. So you can just find your way there however you please, or just take a big step forward, cross your legs, sit down, and lie down. Knees can come into the chest, and as soon as they hit there, you can let them spread really wide. You can keep holding onto the kneecaps. Soften your shoulders on the mat. Feel the lower back grounded on the mat. Full breath in, breath out. Slowly release your legs and arms long on the mat. Getting ready for our final and most important shape, shavasana. Just like you took a few minutes off the end of your year to let everything settle, all the learnings, all the teachings, all the experiences of the past year, this is exactly what we're doing here in shavasana. Letting the dust and the wisdom of the practice slowly really settle within us. And for that, we offer deep gratitude. You can stay in shavasana for as long as you wish. I'm going to suggest that you stay for at least 10 more breaths. And before I leave you to rest and integrate, I just wanted to leave you a quick invite. I'm leading a yoga retreat, 2 actually, in my home country, Brazil, next year, and I would love to have you in person with me. If you're interested, I'm going to leave more information down below. But enjoy your rest. I hope you have an amazing new year, and I'll see you on the next class. Namaste.